everyone, welcome to my channel, guys. And yes, right now I will be reacting to an interview. I'll be watching an interview, not really an interview of sorts, more like a discussion with the team of the Malayalam film 2018, and so like part of the team, they went to Mumbai and they met Anupama Chopra from Film Companion. So this is FC Front Row with Anupama Chopra, and this is like almost a little over half an hour discussion with the entire team of 2018. So I have already watched the film. My review is out, and particularly I don't react to all the interviews and interactions, but this one I definitely wanted to, because this movie just blew my mind away. I absolutely loved this film. So yeah, let's not delay this any further. Let's watch this interview or discussion right away.
It is for us to bring a movie to national attention. Work harder, smarter. We work overtime. And that's how we create these movies. We are not smoking anything.
Okay. So I know Keshav also went to this, because the day this happened, Keshav from All Things Cinema podcast, so the day this happened, he was there because, in Mumbai. I was like, wow, lucky you. So he said it was amazing, like the interaction was amazing, and that's why particularly I wanted to react to it. So yes. Oh, there he is! There he is! Okay, there he is.
Jude, I really enjoyed your last film, Saras, but I could not imagine that the director of that film could also make this.
Thank you.
Where did this come from?
It's a great teamwork actually. We are very humbled to be here, and we are very thankful to all the people who came here to watch our film and to take some time to appreciate our hard work. It's pure teamwork actually. Our full team is here, and we are very thankful to the Malayalis who created the script already in 2018. I just had to pen down those newspaper cuttings and the TV visuals only. So I am really thankful to the people of Kerala and people around the world who all love this film. So it's sheer hard work, and it's a great team I got, and I am very grateful to the whole team, especially the producer Venupanda Play sir, Andrew Joseph sir, and
He guys deserves a special round of applause, because this was a very hard film to make, right? You shot 13 days in 2019.
Correct.
Then the pandemic hits.
And also, after, like, when my review was out, a lot of you guys told me that they kind of like, there's very minimal VFX that's been used. There is, but not much, because he actually created the set. He in like almost 12 acres of land to show the flooding and everything. So that's insane. Like, the art department really deserves an applause.
It's many years, right? And I read that people were saying to you, forget about it, can't be done.
Okay.
Also saying to you, since you have dates of all these amazing actors, just make different films with them.
Correct.
Right? But here's a producer who stuck through this, which takes nerves of steel. How did you do it?
Actually, in 2019, Jude started this one. But I came in picture only 2022 only.
Oh, okay.
And they shot that time I think 12 or 13 days. We didn't use anything from that one. We freshly started the film.
Oh, okay.
And when he narrated the story, actually it was not like a script, because I know what all this happened in Kerala.
Right.
I was there that time. Then what I feel, it was like a normal story, because there was not much cinematic things in the story. Firstly I thought that it will be a challenge, but I know his caliber. Then, always I am ready to take a risk. Then we thought that, let try. But, we got a very good result now. And I should appreciate the director because, it was his vision only. When he narrated the story, never I expected this kind of a movie. That was the real thing.
When the three of you, he told you this story, did you envision this? Could you see it? Tuvino, you didn't want to do it in the beginning, right?
Oh, really? I did not know
Even
this.
none of us. The reason was different for me.
I know, because you thought that people might, because you actually worked when the floods
He
happened.
told me to do it.
How did he do it?
No, he said he had a technique. And he didn't tell me what the technique is. So that was a first lure. And he had a blueprint or something which he followed and kept with him. He never showed it to anyone.
Okay.
And he told me, if you are not doing this movie, I am not doing this. And I was emotionally broken. Okay. And he narrated me the script and gave me the script to read. And I read the script and I cried. Not one time, many times. So I didn't want to miss this movie for any reason. So I said
And
yes.
I've heard that Tovino, when actually the floods happened, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that he was kind of trolled for, saving people or something like that, basically for his work, his contribution. So people kind of took it in a little bit of a negative way. Like there were skeptics also. I'm not saying he was not appreciated, but there were skeptics as well. I that's what I know. You can clarify. I would love to read that.
And when he said this, I didn't know what technique he had, but the kind of confidence he had when he told me that, I wanted to trust him.
Asif and Tanvi, for you?
For me, I read almost 3 versions of the script. I wanted this to be very cinematic. I never wanted something like a documentary kind of filmmaking. I wanted to be very cinematic because this is something which happened in our generation, which we all have experienced. So I wanted it to be more real, more kind of filmy. So I went almost
Filmy
3
but
times through
grounded.
the final screenplay, and he's the man. He made this. He took all the effort. The 4 years he spent for this film. I had almost 20 days shoot. Even we had 25 days of shoot. Each of us had like 25 days of shoot. But this guy went through 3 years for this film.
Correct.
And
I had around 50 days of shooting.
50 days in water.
Tovino is like, let me clarify.
I want to get to that, but Tanvi, what was it for you?
So for me, it was Antu sir who called me first. So he just told me you'll get a call, and Joe Anthony is the director. And I was halfway there. I just wanted to say yes. I just wanted him to call and then say yes. And then that was actually my second movie. I just started my career, and this was the second call I'm getting. And then is when I got to know this is the base. I mean, the floods, what happened in 2018 is the base. And then we started shooting. So I was also part of this movie since the early stages of the shoot. And then due to many reasons, it got delayed. And I guess for around 2.5, 3 years, it got delayed. And I used to keep messaging Juliet and in between asking, would you drop it? Because I could hear people asking me, I had put a photo with Tovino, and then each and every person I meet, they'd be like, what happened to that movie? And I'm like, yeah, it's coming up. And then obviously then people were saying maybe they've dropped it because it's been really long.
Right. Oh, I think
And
I shake
then
the camera.
again we started shooting, which I was really happy. And I guess it's been a long wait for me also. And then finally seeing the entire teams, each and every cast and crew's hard work throughout, and then finally seeing this movie in big screen.
Yeah, would
seeing
have
the
felt
reaction and
amazing.
response from people, and like the standing ovation we get at the end of the
Dude,
movie.
my theatre
I guess I just
gave a standing
cannot
ovation. I mean,
explain
including
how
me.
happy that feeling is.
So you created a set and then basically just flooded it.
That was a technique.
the blueprint.
That was the blueprint, right? So what was a day on this set like? Were you guys just drenched through it?
For me, it starts after the sunset till the sunrise. Oh,
Actually, if we can, my DOP, my art director, my editor is here, and music director is gone for a vacation.
Yes, right
because
there.
he was over
yeah.
here.
They have done a very fantastic job.
So the plan was very tight. The master plan was very brilliant on papers, but it's very difficult to
Execute it.
execute the plan
Yeah.
because we have so many thoughts and we all are like the hardworking human beings at night because everybody was in the water, especially DOP was in the water till his neck, I guess. So
My God.
those nights were really terrible nights we had, but
that's a lot of
all
hard
those
work,
hard
man.
work paid off very well.
I mean, just shooting a film itself is such a hard work. Then you have to shoot it like in water, being drenched. That's another level of. I mean, you might get frustrated also, but that's the job. You really need to be focused and very calm. On set also, you need to be like very calm and not lose your cool. Yeah.
Well, and the whole team is very thankful for that. Everybody is here. My full team is here. I am just missing my sound designer Vishnu Govind because he is busy with some other film, and Nobin Paul, the music director, he has gone for vacation. Don Vincent, another guy who did the additional background score, he has also gone for vacation. And many other
They
people,
deserve a
my
vacation.
ADs, my
After this film,
associates.
Everybody wanted a vacation after this. Everybody wanted so badly.
So he was just calling me and saying that please mention my name because he's so proud that we all are very much proud
As they
to
should
be part
be.
of this movie. So this is a, as I said earlier, this is a teamwork, and I am really humbled by this reception in Mumbai, which like our dream is to make a film which can be reached to all the Indians, at least if you say. So we are very thankful to be here, and I don't know what to say, but
I
we
would
are
like to add
speechless.
something to it. He was the captain of the ship, and he was not the one who stood behind. He was in the front to lead us. And usually what happens is directors will be having a very safe place with the monitor, with the mic and the all setup.
Right.
And us actors will be drenched in the water or wherever we are, we'll be. And Jude was very different from that. He is generally hyperactive and he was
And very short-tempered.
and very short-tempered too. But
That is the highlight.
and he was in the water with us, and at 5 in the morning, like generally we start shooting at 6 in the evening till 6 in the morning, so we'll wait for the sun to come up to stop the shooting. Generally what happens is we'll wait for the sun to go down to stop shooting, and he was in the water with a raincoat, with a piece of paper and a pen, and he has written the number of shots, all the shots which he
Okay.
has to take that day, and he'll strike one after
Okay.
we shoot it. And our DOP, he's a very friend of mine. We used to do short films back in 2011.
Okay.
He was the director back then, and he was
He
the
also shot Kala.
Kala, and
Yes.
Kala's director Rohit was the production controller in that short film. And so, no, seriously. So,
The best short film ever. Look what came out of it. Maybe not.
but that was in 2011. It
Right.
was just beginning.
Yes, yes.
We didn't know anything back then. And we worked in forensic, Kala, and now in this movie, I know him very well. He is generally very lazy, but when it comes to work, like, he is very hardworking. And when Judaton says, Akhil, let's shoot this shot, then he'll be like, I don't want to shoot. Okay, give me the camera. That's it. Like, he doesn't want to
But he
move
will.
his body at all because it's very cold. It's very cold. But he didn't want.
Tovino spilling the tea. I love this. I love the full honesty. I love the full honesty. Okay, I think I shake the camera again. But I love him spilling all the tea from the sets.
To say no to whatever he says. And I've
whole
seen
team
them
was
fighting.
like that.
I've seen them fighting, and I tried breaking the fight, and I wanted, Jodeta, please, Akhil, please, shoot it, come, let's shoot. Then both of them went both sides. Then I was like, okay.
What am I doing here?
I'm the star here, and I'm standing in the water, and they have gone. So I went to the caravan. After some time, I saw both of them coming into my caravan. Come, let's shoot. And I asked, okay, now you compromise. We are like husband and wife. We'll fight every day, but it doesn't mean that we are going to divorce. Come on, let's shoot. That's how the shoot went on.
But, right, he's a man possessed, right? He went through 4 years, writing, rewriting. I read that you finally used the 14th draft.
12th draft. Yes.
12th draft, okay? So he's obsessed with this idea. He needs to make it happen. But the three of you, did you ever have a day on set where you're like, I'm just sitting here, I'm wet, like, what's going on? Why did I say yes to this? Did you ever have that moment?
No, because I was never in water.
But we were like completely in water.
Yes.
So,
We didn't have an option. One day while we were doing the helicopter sequence, so it was very cold. It was 2 or 3 in the night, and there was this rain unit pouring rain on us, and we had these 2 propellers suspended on a crane to recreate the wind from the helicopter, and it was very cold. And I wanted to run away from the sets, and I cannot sleep with all these wet clothes and all. And I wanted to run away, and I was like I was angry, but I don't show them out. But I was like, why did I commit this movie? I was a software engineer. Why did I choose this profession? That's why it was that cold. And I was about to complain. That's when I saw
He's so
Sandra
funny,
Kumari
man.
Chechi. She's a very senior
Senior
artist. You can see in that airlift sequence, she's the one who comes
Right.
out of the bus and says, "They are talking. Let them talk." It's her. She is about 70. And while I was complaining, while I was being angry, I saw her like.
Chilling.
For every shot, she is very actively participating. She doesn't have a caravan. She doesn't have assistants. Nothing. But she was my inspiration. I thought, okay, how can I complain? I am young. I work out.
Correct.
I say I'm healthy. No, I'm not. Then I didn't complain. From that day, I stopped complaining. I stopped thinking that way. If she can do that, I should.
There
do
were
that.
so many supporting cast. They were 5 years old. They were 70 years old. Everybody was having that same spirit.
And
Again,
the
he came
Ebin, the child,
Child.
his role was not easy at all. Like when you're lying down,
Oh my
your
God.
face up, and when rain is falling on your face, how do you act dead?
Right.
It's not easy. Like I've been there. It's not easy. And while I'm doing this, the CPR, after the shot, he'll open his eyes and cheta padukke. And like he's a kid, and after the shot, he is telling, please don't push so hard. So, and while shooting,
No,
also,
that
the way he
sequence is
screamed-
like my favorite. That rescue sequence is. It like literally gave me goosebumps. It was so well shot.
the way he performs,
Yeah.
for us, it was like
Yeah.
Real.
we came to the mood just because of that scream.
Right.
Yeah.
And Sudhi Shetty, if I start mentioning names, I love to mention every name, like everyone stood together.
Even Lal sir.
Lal sir,
Narendra.
Naren Jagan, everyone. Like this is a recreation of what happened in 2018. In another sense also, all these artists, all these technicians, we all came together and we had this feeling that this is our movie. We have to make this movie. If we all are busy with our own movies, but this movie was special.
Yeah.
So we had to like manage our dates so that we all can come together. And
Yeah.
we have acted in many movies together, but we haven't had
Never in a frame.
In a frame, we haven't had a single combination
Even
shot.
we have done Uyere,
Yeah.
Virus,
yeah.
YouTube
YouTube
routers.
Brutus, but never in a single frame together.
So we all wanted this movie to
All of
work
us
out
were
so well.
very emotionally connected to this film.
Of course. Of course.
That was the common factor. That was the common energy pulling us.
Jude, how did you decide between practical in-camera effects and digital effects?
Yeah, actually, the main credit goes to the art director and DOP and the VFX team.
Yes.
Mindstein Studios is
Seriously,
the VFX company. And
I
we
cannot
have,
even like I don't have enough words to appreciate. I seriously do not have enough words to appreciate. Uh, like there's certain sequences which are still reeling in my head. It's just so well shot. Like after coming to know that okay, he created the set and everything. So the art department, VFX, camera work, DOP, incredibly done.
sat together for at least around 16 meetings, I guess, before the shoot. We had this storyboard thing and we had planned what to shoot and what to not shoot. The C sequences were the major portions in the VFX area. So only around 160 shots, only I think 10 shots were the major VFX portion. Other full portions was shot on a location called Vaikam in Kerala.
Okay.
So the entire credit goes to my full team: the art director, the DOP, the editor, the VFX supervisors, the guys who worked in the VFX team. Because we finalized the portion only on May 1st, I guess. Because I was talking to the team, VFX guys, saying that it's not completed. You have to still work again and again. Because if it comes to OTT, no one should take a screenshot and say that the CG is very bad. So they are still working on it. We can do better. If we see the film now, me and my DOP, my editor, and everybody was talking like that. We should have done better. So that's the team spirit, and the pre-production was the main highlight of this film. So we had time. We took many meetings and many discussions. So that was the plus point of this hard work. Like we did the homework very nice. So
yeah, that's very
When
important.
you guys were shooting this, did you, because it's very recent, right? It's not like, it's not an old story that you're telling. It's very fresh in people's memory. And there's always a thin line between, telling a story with empathy, but you could also be exploiting a horrific tragedy which resulted in almost 500 deaths, and you bring that empathy. Every character is so moving, and every you want to reach out to them. I mean, when you went in for those certificates, I wanted to scream and say, don't do it. Please, this is such a bad idea. How did you find that balance?
Got such a jump scare when that snake comes in, like when he opens the cupboard and then the snake is there. Like, not just me, almost like there was a mother-daughter duo sitting next to me, and literally all three of us, we just screamed when that snake came out.
When you were writing it,
I thank to all the filmmakers who did films like my seniors in Malayalam industry and Indian cinema, and to the extent world cinema also. So I thank all the filmmakers who did the same thing before. They have done it before. They have showed us the human emotion is the best way to convey a film. Like there's a shot in Jurassic Park. I am not comparing my film with Jurassic Park. I'm just saying there is one shot with a glass of water, and when the dinosaur is coming, this shot is showing just the water is trembling. So that's how they did it. So they have already used this idea, and I had to just copy it from many filmmakers. So I thank all the filmmakers in the world.
I just love how honest he is. It's just this whole conversation is so unfiltered and honest, and that's the best part. Like I love that. Like, okay, you know what? This is the inspiration. If I've had the inspiration of showing a particular shot in a particular way, if it's inspired from a certain film, yes, I'm going to be open about it, and I'm going to be very blunt about it. There's nothing to hide. That's great. I love that.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Copying inspiration, whatever it may. But
Yeah.
I really thank you all the filmmakers in the world, uh, especially my guru. Like I haven't worked with Priyadarsan sir, but he's my
Okay.
guru. So he has done many things. He has shot the film Kalapani in 43 days. So that's a magic he has done already. This is how we should inspire from other people. My plan is to be a better filmmaker, be a better human being after each and every film. So this is my tribute to my gurus in the world.
Wow.
Everybody, thank you.
So, of course, the film is a smash hit, right? Shows are being added to, I've been looking at your social media. There's just such elation around it. Do you feel as a producer sort of validated? Because you've stood through it. I mean, finally, you're writing the check. That's a tough position to be in. Do you feel that this is the kind of movie that would bring people back into theaters? Because that's now the whole conversation, right? That how do we get people back in?
You know, when the shooting and the post-production was going on, actually my expectation was not this much. I thought that, we can do good business in OTT, satellite and all. And in Kerala, maybe we can do some business. Because, this in 23, almost 75 movie released. And I think one movie only
Romancham.
worked out. That is the situation. That means, the people are not coming to many reasons. We don't know the reason exactly. Out of this 74, there was a lot of good movies also.
Yeah.
But, firstly, I saw, after all the work, I saw the movie. Then I think before release, maybe like 2 weeks before, then I thought that definitely it will work. Then we start the promotion and all. And the people are, in everywhere, not only in Kerala, everywhere, even outside Kerala, in GCC, everywhere it is still running full house.
Yeah, yeah.
In UAE, it is like because normally the regional film, the first 3 days, the weekend days, normally people are watching like 40,000, 50,000 only. Our movie already watched around 170,000. That is
Amazing.
We are going
And in
our
fact, when it released here, it did not have subtitles because I checked with the theater. So it says, it's not running with the subtitles. And I think after release, the second day of the release, post the release, a friend of mine, he's a Malayali, he stays in Dubai. And he messages me, he's like, watch 2018, like you cannot miss this movie. I'm gonna watch it again and this and that. I said, I'm sorry to inform you, I want to watch it. I've also, if then he's like, you have reviewed the trailer also and all, you better watch it. I was like, I want to watch it, but it's not there with subtitles. And then I have been checking like every week, like every day, not every week, every day with them that okay, is the movie with the subtitles now? And then finally, when they confirmed that okay, no, the movie is playing with subtitles, I'm like, book my ticket. I don't care, book my ticket. So yes, so that's the craze. That's the craze. Like people messaging me from Dubai that please watch this movie ASAP. So that's what he's talking about in UAE. Yeah.
Bombale films. Kavya films.
there was some budget, I don't want to tell the figure, but it is gone up like 50%. Then also, never I complain to Jude or our art director is there. He is the man for increasing the.
For every liter of water.
Yeah. Like, art expense almost increased 100%, double. Then also, he is doing nice job. Everything is going well. That means I cannot every day going and complain. Sometimes I was sending message, the total.
And I was
The budget is
Then
not
suddenly he
high.
will take a scene. He'll go with Chaman to the producer and show the scene, and he'll be like, okay,
Check this out, check this out.
That's right. Your work speaks, right?
To add on, actually, there were actually a lot of inspiring stories what happened in 2018. So I wasn't there. I wasn't in Kerala when the floods happened, and then when I came to the set also, almost every crew members or all the actors whom I've met, they were in the floods when it happened, and then listening their stories, and then talking to Juretan and Akhil, who's a co-writer of this movie. I've heard many stories, which I think Juretan has incorporated maybe a half of it and conveyed it in 2.5 hours on whatever he could. So I think for all the hard work, I think he deserves everything what the world is giving him
in
now.
the team. Actually, I am saying this because there is each and every people involved in this film. They worked really hard. So are the actors, the team members, the junior artists, if you say so, the team, the drivers, the production team, everybody in the team was working really hard, and they were saying like we are part of a history. So they all believed me. So if I couldn't do it, then I was the waste guy in the team. So because everybody was saying
you're not a waste guy.
we are making a history.
Yeah, we were recreating something which
history.
have,
So
we have experienced so badly.
That love was very
which we
much
have
enough to do this film. So
affected so badly.
You can actually feel the conviction when you watch the film. You can actually see the conviction of the director, of each and every cast member. Even if they have like a 5-minute screen time, you can still see the conviction. And like she's saying, Tanvi says that, okay, I was not there, but when I was in set, I was hearing stories from so many people. So many of the crew members were part of the floods at that point of time. So everybody, I think this was a very different kind of emotion and mindset with which I feel personally that they worked, because it was not just, okay, we are making a movie, we have to come to the set and work and then leave. There was a different kind of mindset, because they have gone through it. So your perspective is very different when you're shooting for a movie like this, I feel.
Everybody on the sets had that feeling because everybody was in the water.
Everybody had a
The
story.
only person who was
Everybody
not in
had
the
a
water
story,
was the
yes.
editor, because his laptop, because to safeguard his laptop, he's the only person sitting outside the water tank.
Jude, you said that when there were many DOPs who quit the project, right?
Okay.
And there was one leading DOP of the Malayalam film industry who said to you that water is impossible to work with and you can't make this film. And you said to him that maybe you can't, but I can.
Whoa. Okay.
And he proved it.
actually, if
Whoa.
this is like when I studied my engineering and all, there was this one day when I went to a stage in my college for a mimicry competition. I thought that I'm a good mimicry artist. Then everybody was like, they were angry at me, and the entire show was a flop. And then next week, someone in my college asked me like, if you get on stage again, I challenge you like that. So this challenging and this pressurizing is very. I like this
He takes it in a positive way. For some people, it really works.
challenge.
That motivates him more.
It works.
So the next year I went on stage again and I won the
We're
second
going to
prize.
challenge him again.
I'm telling you.
So I
Do you dare
my
to
request
make
is
another
that,
movie with me? I challenge you.
yes, I accept the challenge. Yeah, actually, this is an inspiration to everybody because I am not that talented. I am
How
very
can you even say
normal
that?
person. I have my limitations, but if you try your best with the
He's definitely talented.
with the help of your team, you can achieve everything. Because this is like a huge success. We haven't expected this much reception from people, and we are getting so many messages. I'm not able to take calls, so this is very huge. I am really thankful to all. Thank you.
It's a good problem to have.
Big
I
challenge.
read that you all have promised each other, or on the last day of shoot, you said to each other that you'll all meet on the 100th day of the theatrical run. Is that still a plan?
Yeah, we were that sure about this film.
We all were confident.
Actually, these people are very busy with the shoot, but they came to Mumbai with us in this busy schedule. That's because they loved this movie and they want to be part of this success. So we are missing so many guys here. My team is in Kerala, so I request my producer to
Keep a grand success
the grand success celebration. He will do that.
We are planning in
We are
don't
planning
need to
a
request
100-day celebration in Las Vegas.
He's very massive. He's very massive. Actually, he has so many plans. He's a.
Venu's not committing to anything right now.
Not even writing a check.
Actually, he has many visions actually because he has planned to show the film in LA, but we couldn't do it. But he will do that.
One day.
That's the power he has.
When is the LA premiere? I don't block my dates.
Okay, guys, with that, opening it up to the house, do we have questions here?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
So I loved the movie, and I really expect this movie to come in pan-India scale, in which needs to be dubbed in other languages and released.
It is coming. It's coming.
Okay.
It's
So-
coming 12th, right?
Yeah, we are planning on 12. This is coming
12th of
Friday.
this month.
Okay, that's actually great. So this movie needs to be promoted on national scale because it's such a great movie to see.
Yes.
There are many mediocre films which come in.
I don't know if I was planning actually to watch the Hindi dub as well, just to see how the dubbing is done because I know the movie and I'm gonna take my family with me sometime this week. But particularly, I want to see how the Hindi dub is. So if you want me to make a video, particularly just mentioning that, like how I found the Hindi dub, you can let me know.
In pan-India scale, but this movie needs to become on pan-Indian scale.
I saw this is the second film which I have seen of yours. I loved Meenal Murli, and now this is even better. Like I feel as if these two films, you've been like Jesus, Allah, you've been like Krishna, the savior, the superhero. And I only have one thing, in that film.
In Minnal Murli, did you spot him? He was my co-artist in that,
Oh.
the director.
I'm an actor too.
So I just in that film obviously you wanted to run away to the US, and in this film you want to run away to the UAE. I mean, why would you want to leave God's own country?
No, it's not the country. It's not the particular space. It's the people around him that makes him think that he wants to run away. But actually, it's the same people for whom he
He's willing to do anything.
dedicates his life in the end, in both the movies. So I think it's at some point of time when we are being ridiculed, when we are the odd one, we all feel that we should run away from this space. But at some point, we'll find our importance in that society and we'll stay back.
Mr. S.S. Rajamouli said that he's envious of the writers and directors in Malayalam cinema right now because of the kind of content that you all have been producing. So as an industry, how do you look at the kind of changes that are being seen in the industry, the kind of stories that you all want to tell? That the industry has become very story-driven in recent years.
The question is to you.
No, the question is to the question
I've
is
been
to the
asking
team.
this question for like 5 years. I remember sitting here in this same theater with Ashik and after Virus, we screened Virus here and I was like, what are you guys smoking? How are you doing this?
No, we don't smoke like that.
And so I have exactly been asking the same question. How are you guys doing it so consistently? What is the secret sauce?
But you know something.
I love Tovino's
Have you
response in
ever
the beginning where
thought how hard
Chopra.
it is for us to bring a movie to national attention?
Yeah.
Our budget is very less. We work in very limited constrained budget and we don't have any extravaganza. And when we are working in a movie, our salary is a very small percentage of the movie's budget. And we all work with the passion. We don't work for money.
We'll always make sure it's purely content-driven. And we wanted it to be like that only.
And just imagine, we are a small state in the southernmost corner of India, and we have been not us, our pioneers. They have been making very good movies. But just imagine when our movie releases. It releases in very less number of theaters.
Yeah.
I wish more distributors
show.
came to
One
distribute
show.
Malayalam movies. We don't want them to distribute it for free or just out of the love. let them watch the movie. If they like it, if they distribute our movies, it'll be great. And after releasing it in OTT or after people watch it in Telegram, we getting appreciation, it's not worth it. It doesn't do any good to any of us. So just understand, it's very hard for us to bring a movie in front of the country. It's very hard. From the southernmost part, we are trying our best, but not every producer is going to spend so much money for promotions. Like our movie's budget may be lesser than the promotion budget of a biggest movie in Bollywood. So maybe these constraints makes us work harder, smarter. We work overtime.
Yeah.
And that's how we create these movies. We are not smoking anything. We just love cinema, that's it.
And let me say, you guys are doing spectacular work. It's been the joy of my life to discover, and I'm ashamed to say discover so late, but to discover and really kind of deep dive into Malayalam cinema. It's just...
And you have been very supportive.
Yeah,
we have to tell you that.
Thank you so much.
My name is Shri, and I'm a fan of the film and all of you. So, as actors and also as a director and creator, how difficult is it for you to shift genres? Because Tovino, you've done something like a Tallumala, which is very different from what you've done here, and you've done something like an Om Shanti Oshana, which is very different from what you've done here again. So, how difficult or different is it to deal with these subjects? And,
Actually, we are just concentrating on good scripts actually. So we are not finding it difficult to shift through genres actually. I'm just looking for good scripts, good writers. So my plan is to make good films which people might like. So genres is never an
because Saras
issue
itself was such a
for
different
me,
kind of
actually.
film. I
So
mean,
I don't know
poles
for the
apart
other
from,
filmmakers, but what I'm saying is
2018.
that we all try to make good films. So
yeah.
that must be different genres like Tallumala, Premum, like Mahesh's Pratikaram. So we have done so many films, and the filmmakers they have already done so many great films. In Dilesh Pothani is there already in industry, Liju Pellisheri, many great filmmakers. So we all are like inspired from those filmmakers. So that's the magic, I guess.
Thank you guys. It's been such a pleasure to see this film with all of you. And thank you all for coming and being such a wonderful audience.
Nice. Okay. All right. That was the reaction to the front row interview conversation with the 2018 team, partial team. With Anupama Chopra. It was a pleasure to watch this. I already shared my thoughts while pausing through the interview. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'm just gonna sign off from this video now. This was amazing to watch. I'm so glad I reacted to this instead of just watching it on my own. Usually most of the interviews I just watch it on my own, but this is a special film, guys. This is definitely a very special film. So yeah, special films deserves special attention. That's all I have to say. And yeah, signing off from this video now, and I will see you soon on my next one. Bye.